Hello, guys. I hope they're all having a wonderful day. If you are new here, hello. If you are a returning viewer, also hello. I hope they all like, comment, subscribe, hang out, whatever you want to do. Today, the home is called Green Home in the Sims 4 Gallery. It was built on a 30 by 20 lot and is worth 55,000 simoleons. Now, we are going to get on to the speed build. All right. So this build, honestly, it was gonna be built in a bigger lot, but then I was like, no way am I doing that. I want to go to bed. So it was almost, I think it was past midnight when I finally finished this. It only took me like an hour and a half tops. Um, but I liked what I did the other day where the house was kind of tucked off or to the side. So I decided to do that same idea, but with the house tucked in the back. Um, so there is that. This is 2 stories. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. So I think that's pretty good. I will change the fence later. I just did not want it to get in my way while I was building. That goes for any and all fences that are placed down during this time. Um, anyway, this house, it was a little cramped, and that was because I did not do the best floor plan layout. Um, I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't. So, whoops. Excuse me. I'm a little tired. Um, anyway. It is finally Saturday. It's weekend time. Um, I have been studying so much for this that's coming up. It's my first test in this class, and I'm a little worried that I don't understand everything. So I'm studying. Like I've been like, do I know this? Do I know that? Uh, Are you sure that you know that? So it's been kind of fun. Um, anyway, if you're going to college, just be prepared to study a lot. Um, I did not learn how to study until I was in college, if I'm entirely honest. In high school, I thought I knew how to study in high school. College is a whole different ballpark. So, just a warning. If you think that you're in high school, like, I know how to study. College will be hard. This floor plan layout is a little bit funky. I struggled with it for a bit because just how weird the house is. Um, I don't know, like, look at that. You see how odd I made this floor plan layout? It's honestly horrendous. I kind of feel like my eyeballs are being attacked. Like that's how bad this floor plan layout is. And then I just kept adding more saucer lights. Whenever it got way too dim, I just kept adding more saucer lights. I and I didn't delete the old one either. I just kept adding more and more and more. It was really ridiculous. So I have 2 bedrooms with a queen size bed. I kind of made this house like okay, um, an adult. Maybe there's a toddler, just a toddler room. Then upstairs is a guest room or a kid's room, and then there's a teen's room. I try when I can. I try to cover all bases of what ages could be there because I don't know, it felt right. And then almost every single bedroom in this house is green, which is kind of why it's called a green home because the outside is green. A lot of the bedrooms themselves were green. So that's why I called it a green home. It's not energy efficient. Excuse me. It's not energy efficient, so it's not that, but you know, it is what it is. Also, the kitchen is very green with the counters and stuff, if I'm correct. Um, but yeah, I loved this build. I, for some reason, I sat there like, oh my goodness, I can do this again. I almost did a second build last night, so I was way too tired. By the time I went to bed, I was like, whew, I'm tired. As I've been saying, I've been listening to Rotten Mango a lot, and Stephanie. Sue, Stephanie So. I don't, I don't know how this is spelled. One second. Stephanie So. Okay, sorry. For some reason, I thought it was Sue, and then I'm like, no, Sue sounds wrong. It's sorry. I keep like almost falling asleep here, so I got an energy drink. I will be fine. I'm just a little wee bit sleepy. Anyway, have any of you guys ever, and I don't know, something. No, actually, I want to know your guys' sibling stories. Is there any, like, sibling stories of being like, Tommy pushed me off the bed when I was 8 years old, and now I have a permanently broken arm because something like that. Oh, I think it's because I just have so many and they're such, like, I shouldn't say they are such a big part of my life. I love talking to my siblings. There's four that I talk to on a regular basis. Oh, wait, how many siblings do I have? Wait, I have to go through. Oh, gosh. Wait, no, wait. Oh, no, I'm messing with the order. Wait one second. My mom has 6 kids, minus me. My stepdad has 3 kids, 8 siblings. I talk to four on a regular basis, which I don't talk to four. It's 8 siblings. I have 8 siblings. I When you have a lot of siblings, it's really, really difficult to keep track of who's who. It's really difficult. Um, but anyway, some of my siblings I don't talk to regularly either don't have a phone or I don't know their phone number. I know their Facebook, but they're not really active on Facebook. Like a lot of my siblings call me old because I use Facebook a lot and like Facebook Messenger to text people. And I'm like, I'm sorry, okay. I'm not old. I'm just using the skills that I learned when I was younger. Um, but I don't know. I just realized that not all my windows on the same floor are at the same height. I was fine with this last night. Sorry. Anyway, but no, my siblings, most of my siblings are great. Um, all of them have their strengths and weaknesses, and I think they're all funny. I think when we're all together, we're all like really, really loud, and we don't get together enough. No, I don't think any of us have fully gotten together since I've moved out. Um, I do know that some of them will like group together, like where it's most of them, and we'll hang out during like holidays, but they haven't done like a big family gathering. Granted, like, most of us are either still in high school or just graduated. Like, there's a lot who are in high school, but also we all don't live underneath the same roof. We're in the same towns for that matter. Anyway, I will be right back. But they're not even have to live in the same town together, so it's kind of perfect for us to do a family gathering. Um, but I don't know. I don't know how next year's gonna go. I know I want to visit them for Christmas because this past Christmas I didn't visit them. Um, so I know I want to visit them for Christmas this upcoming year. I gotta see how that's gonna work. But I want to visit them. Um, I miss them. Like, don't get me wrong, calling them is nice. Being able to talk to them is nice. It's so much different though, being in like their personal presence. Like I can sit there and be like, yep. I'm with my siblings. Like over call, I'm like, yeah, I'm talking to my siblings, like I don't know, in person it's so much different. That's what makes homesickness so bad is like you can call people all you want. It's only a temporary relief. I tried to convince myself when I moved, oh, I'll be fine. Like I've been away from my family before, and now I'm sitting here like honestly, I have not been away from my siblings for more than a week before. Um, correction, I think it was no, 2 weeks. We'll say 2 weeks. I forgot when I moved into my now fiance's house, parents' house. I had moved. I didn't talk to all of them for a little bit because the move was exhausting and I was working all the time. So about 2 weeks. But I was still in the same town as them. Knowing that I can't just go over to their house and drop by and be like, hey, how are you? You want to hang out today? Because I used to do that also. I used to go to my mom's house randomly and be like, hey, I want this sibling, gimme. Um, I would just drop by whatever. I was like, hey, how is everyone? So it's so weird to think that I haven't been living with my mom. Like, basically, as soon as I moved, I mean, basically, since I turned 18, I was out of my mom's house because I turned 18 in January, moved out in February. Like, I want to say right around Valentine's Day. So, again, my birthday's January 9th. Like, I was 18 for maybe a month, and I was like, bye. I'm kidding. It was, my mom was moving out of the town. And I was a senior in high school, literally graduating in 2 months. So we didn't want to mess up my credits. So I lived at my fiance's parents' house. My now fiance's parents' house. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun and I got sick all the time though. I don't even know why. I was just sick all the time. Anyway, but no, moving far from your family is very difficult. I kind of wish I did like baby steps, like moving an hour away first or something. I don't know. Or even moving like 2 hours away, or even just one state line over. Um, I wish I had done baby steps, but also college is college. So, oh, sorry, excuse me. I am trying to not sneeze at the moment, and it is. Oh, but anyway, if you're planning on moving over state lines without your family, good luck. Um, especially if you're close to like your siblings and parents. I didn't realize how close I was to them though until I moved out, and I was like, wait a minute. I also I have grown up in such a large family. Mind you, I've lived with on average at least 6 people, 6 different people than myself. So on average, again, I'm averaging it out. So I'm used to being around a lot of people all the time. And when I tell you for the first month and a half that I lived here, I could not sleep well because there was no noise. And now I listen to YouTube videos at night because I need noise. I need to listen to something loud. Because my brothers used to game until like midnight, and I remember that used to annoy me so much. But now I realize I used to fall asleep to that. Like I used to fall asleep being like, well, at least they're awake. Like I know someone's home. And now it's like, what's that creak? What's that creak? What's that creak? Oh, did the house just shift? Or are we getting an earthquake? Stuff like that. I'll be right back. But it was always very constantly like, what's that noise? Where I hear something thumping. Wait a minute. Huh? And so, I don't know, it was very difficult to get used to not having very much noise in the house. Um, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, so many, oh my gosh, I see that I didn't put all the windows on the same level. I'm sorry. I'm getting very, very annoyed just by looking at it. Oh, so anyway, we're gonna talk about the house. The house is very, very nice. I feel like it's very. I wish I probably added like a bigger kitchen table because this is not enough chairs realistically for the amount of. No, actually, it's just here right now. But that means that if I have any friends over, no one gets a chair. Probably should have added like an extra chair in the corner or something. I hope. No, actually, never mind. Anyway, how do you guys feel about the new SDX drop? I love it. I think it's so much fun. I love all the colors. I love the beds. I love a lot of the stuff that was going on with all of that. So I don't know. I thought it was really really nice. Anyway, sorry. I know I could just yap. I felt like I could have decorated these rooms more. I don't know if like I struggle. No, I know I struggle with clutter, but I feel like I struggle with the idea of sensible clutter because I'm not just gonna put like I could put a pet stack of books wherever, okay, but I'm not gonna put a random box of tissues randomly. Um, I would put like a clutter it like like a cluttering of pens and pencils. I would put that on like a table or something. Um, I don't know. That's my idea of home. Um, I think that there is a lot of clutter kits, but I don't think I would ever use them. If I'm entirely honest, I don't see myself using the clutter very often that I do have. So it's like, mm, and you know, I remember by that little Simsy uh pack. But then I was like, make a lot of gaming spaces in my build. If I did, I would have bought it. But I don't find myself leaning towards gaming really very often. Um, it's just not something that I find myself being like, ah, yes, I need to do that. I need to put gaming down. Like, I don't know. Unless I'm making like a macho type thing, which is not her kid, but I don't really make gaming spaces very often. Well, who knows? Maybe if I had that kid, I would. Also, I really like the gaming stuff that we did. I'm still obsessed with that. Like, actually always wanted a desk like the one in the high school years pack where it's kind of up and risen, and there's LED lights underneath it, and it's two-tiered. So I get the first tier, and then I get the second tier. First tier for my laptop, second tier for my stuff. Always have wanted a desk like that. I want to one day, but that's probably not happening anytime soon. I have a pretty good sturdy desk. That'll be something that I'd buy if um later in the future. That's what I'll say. Um, just because I want to make sure that I have a sturdy one. I also like the idea of being able to adjust it so that way I can stand because I don't honestly like sitting all the time doing my homework or even playing The Sims if I'm entirely honest. I like to stand sometimes, so there is that. So then it could like, allow me to stand while I'm doing these voiceovers rather than sitting down. I don't know. I don't like sitting all the time though. It kind of annoys me. Anyway, um, this house is almost completely finished. I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Um, don't mind that terrible terrain paint. Okay, at this point I didn't even know what was English, what was science, what um, you know, Punnett squares, stuff like that. I didn't even know what life was anymore at that point. Um, so if anything looks weird, that's why. Anyway, I hope to hear your guys' thoughts about the house. Maybe some suggestions, like, oh, obviously I know the floor plan layout's terrible, but like maybe be like, you could maybe make a room bigger or smaller. Oh, maybe next build I want to see an ensuite bathroom or something, stuff like that. Oh, really helps me. because then I can kind of get a general idea of what people want rather than like I'm just coming up with randomly. Anyway, I am gonna go hop on to the outro and I will see you guys in 1 second. Thank you everyone for making it to the end of the video. I really, really appreciate it. If you guys like this video, you should like it. If you have anything to say, you should comment. And if you want to stick around, you should subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. As for logistical things, um, this is called a green home in the Sims 4 gallery. This was also built on a 30 by 20 lot and is worth 55,000 simoleons. Anyway, thank you all so much for making it to the end of the video. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.